Hi, I'm Faith, a gardener and homesteader here in North Florida in Zone 8B. And here on my channel, you can find anything on gardening, homesteading, daily accounts of my life, outdoor adventures, and fresh farm-to-table food. After the last few years of raised bed gardening on the outskirts of town, we are moving to the country and taking on a new adventure. Well, you guys, this is going to be our new garden plot. So stick around and I hope you enjoy it. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I am out in the garden finally pulling up all of this bolted lettuce. We have a lot of tomatoes that are starting to ripen, so it's about to be full tomato harvesting time. So I'm trying to just get this area cleaned up so that it can be easier to access the tomatoes and make sure that everything is looking good. I've also been doing a lot of weeding and just kind of general garden cleanup. I need to still get this aisle cleared so that I can add mulch down. So a lot of projects still, but that's kind of what I'm working on today. So this has been kind of our catch-all table, but I harvested a lot of squash, some butternut squash this morning, some zucchinis that I had kind of let get away from me. And then look at all of these tomatoes. A bunch of little cherries. So I need to take these inside, but this is pink Berkeley tie-dye. It's got that really cool striping. And the sunflowers that the deer didn't manage to eat are starting to bloom. And then look at all of these tomatoes. So that's just so much fun. And there are just so many, like this is turning all red. Like, but all of these are turning red, feeling soft. Yeah, I just need to be able to easily get back in here. Look at all that color change. So exciting. So yeah, so cleaning out all of this so we can add mulch and access the tomatoes. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the space in the front yet, but we'll figure that out. Guys, I had to stop and take a break for a second. It is so hot and I've been out here all morning. Thankfully, my mom just got home and has been helping me weed, which has been awesome because it's making it go like way faster than I normally would have. So I haven't been able to get down here, but this looks like a blue beauty. Look at all these. None of these are turning yet, but that's okay. Oh, there's one turning right there. Ooh, so exciting. Lots of basil. I think some pesto is in my future. I need to really cut these back pretty heavy because they're flowering. Look at all that progress. That feels so good. think this might be Paul Robeson. I'm not sure. And then this though is, no, because this is the same plant. That's pretty stripy. Did I plant green zebras? That might be a green zebra. I accidentally broke part of the plant trying to get this baby off, but this is a Costulito Genovese. It's a little cat-faced. That's from a fused blossom, but you can just kind of eat around the little inedible parts and the rest is still good, so. I love tomato season. You guys, look at this. Let me cut it. Wow, that's another big one. This is either Kellogg's breakfast or Dr. Weish, but I'm not really sure which one. Guys, I think it's time to pick. Get it out. Wow, what a gorgeous tomato. I get tons of questions on what these are, and these are called Black Beauty tomatoes. You can find them at Baker Creek Seeds or Wild Boar Farms, because this is a Brad Gates variety. And the black is from high levels of anthocyanin, which is the same compounds that are in blueberries and blackberries, which make them so nutritious. So these are great, great flavored tomatoes and really good for you. And how beautiful and cool looking. Wow, look at all these tomatoes. I can not get in the shadow. Woohoo! While we're out here, I just want to show you guys one dahlia. This is so pretty. Look at this. Wow. Isn't that so pretty? There are so many starting to bloom. Let's see. Oh my gosh, so many butterflies. Moths. So beautiful. Look at these. Aren't these neat? Oh. And there are these little poofs. I'm just so in love. The flowers have just been my absolute favorite thing this year. Just have brought me so much joy just to walk through this section. So pretty. All right, you guys, I did a thing, an unexpected thing. and bought baby chicks. Look at these cute little guys. Hi. So there were several things that kind of led to this decision. Although it was kind of a spur in the moment, I have been kind of looking for chickens. I have only 3 chickens. One of them is currently eating her eggs, and even though I've been supplementing with oyster shells to help with the calcium, which sometimes is what causes that, I think she's just kind of developed a taste for it, and it's kind of a hard thing to break, like once they start doing it. Most people tend to just cull their chickens from the flock when they start eating their eggs. I don't know if I have the heart for that, so we'll see how that goes. And then another chicken has gone broody, which happened to me last year. Some people go forever without broody hens, but not me, apparently. So I got some chicks. I'm hoping some of the smaller ones, I got 2 bantams who I'm hoping are small enough that I can go in tonight and slip them under her and fool her into thinking that she had chickens. But we'll see if that works. If she doesn't take to it, I'll just bring them inside. I'm gonna be brooding the rest. I prefer to take care of them myself because I feel like it helps get them used to me and get used to being touched and a little bit more hands-on. So that is what I'm currently doing, and I'm about to set up my brooder, which I've had in storage. I just pulled it out, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing for that. All right, I have just a plain plastic top from which I have removed the top, and then I'm gonna put in some of these fine pine shavings because it's easier to kind of sift through the poop with a finer pine, I feel like, with a finer shaving. And then I have my 2 little waterers. I'm gonna be using this probably for just a day. I have a heat plate that I prefer because these are super unsafe, coming in the mail through Amazon Prime, so it should be here tomorrow. So they'll only have this for 1 day. I really don't recommend these because there have been just a lot of horror stories about these causing house fires. And so yeah, I'm gonna just get this set up. So I've had this in storage, just holding all of my chicken stuff and just some like garden frost covers, and just using it for storage until I needed it again. I do have, since I'm using the heat lamp until my heat plate comes in, I have this to kind of monitor the heat temperatures in here for the baby chicks. So when I first built this brooder, I actually made this little top covering for it to keep the dogs out and keep the chickens, when they get a little bit older, from trying to fly out. So it's just pieces of wood with chicken wire over the top that fits perfectly over the top of brooder to keep my dogs out, keep the chickens in. Hi. It's made just a little bit smaller than this, so this has to squeeze in, and so that it fits very snugly around the top of the chickens. But now I need to go ahead and get their food and the water set up and their heat set up so they can get some heat. All right, so while I have them out to put the food and water in, I figure I will go ahead and tell you the 3rd reason why I ended up getting chicks, because I think I forgot to mention this. And that is because when I walked into Tractor Supply, I saw that they had Easter egger pullets, and I have always wanted a blue egg layer for my flock. If you've watched any of my previous videos on chickens, that you would probably know that. I have tried to get a blue egg layer since my very first flock several years ago, and it has just never worked out. Then I bought hatching eggs, and then that were blue egg layers, and that didn't work out. Now I have purchased 3 Easter egger chickens. I also got a blue laced Wyandotte. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. And then I also got 2 little bantams that I think are small enough that I can slip under my broody hen in the middle of the night, and maybe she'll take them as her own and think that they're hers, and she will quit being broody. And then maybe I can get eventually more than just 1 egg a day that I'm currently getting at the moment. So these 2 little guys, or girls, are the bantams, and they do have furry feet. feathered feet. And they're so cute and kind of like silvery white. They were from a mixed assortment, straight run, so they could end up being roosters. And even the pullets, even though they said they were pullets, you know, those can always end up being roosters too. Oh, you're picking at my hand. So the Easter eggers, you can tell because they have the greenish bluish feet. So this is one of the Easter eggers. This is another Easter egger. Look at that pretty coloring. So those look a little different. This is the blue laced Wyandotte. I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Never had one of these. That's cute. And then the other Easter egger is over here too somewhere. So they're all super cute. Yeah, these are the two Easter eggers. The Bantam's Easter egger Wyandotte. And so I believe these will lay like either a light cream or brown. Hey, that's just normal though, the pecking. Okay, so I think it's pronounced Wyandotte. All right, I got them in the brooder. The lid is on. They are looking cozy. I haven't seen them eat yet, which makes me a little concerned. But for the first week, it should be, the temp should be between 90 to 95, and then every week after that, you lower it by 5 degrees. So this is a pretty big brooder. So I have the heat lamp set up over here until I get the heat plate. And currently the temperature is reading about 95, and it's still kind of warming up, so we'll see, but they can still move further away or closer to the light as they'd like, because this is a pretty big brooder. So you have these two are like directly under it, and some in the other corner, but they can move, and I have the food kind of in the middle so they can walk over and get the food and the water. Look, Lonnie. Look, Oliver. Some chickens. Look, Lonnie. Luna loves her some chickens. She wants to be all their friends. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. All right, it's enough exposure. So I went and got another blue laced Wyandotte because the first one, I believe, really is probably going to actually be a rooster because of the way that it keeps pecking me, which is aggravating. So went and got one more just to make sure, that I get a girl. So I really wanted to make sure that I got one of that breed because I think they're beautiful. See, what is your issue? You have to be a rooster. Come on. I mean, and I'm looking at this tail, these tail feathers, like, I just have a feeling that you're gonna be a rooster. So I just wanted to pop in and show you guys how the baby chicks are doing. I recorded this whole thing on like an update on them the other day, but for some reason all of the sound didn't come out. So here I am again, giving you another update. So it's probably been about a week since I first got the baby chicks. When I first got them, they were having a lot of itching, just like overly preening and scratching all the time, which I think came from the pine shavings that I had put in there. Like maybe there were some sort of mites or something, although I didn't see anything on them. So I started dusting them with diatomaceous earth and then freezing the pine shavings before putting it in so that it would kill anything on the pine shavings. And now they're doing so much better. I got the heat plate, which they're really enjoying that, and I feel safe for having that. And yeah, they're just growing so fast. It's so crazy. Hi. Hello. Every time I open this lid, they want to pretty much fly out and sit on the top, and that is in some cases been not good, because then it's sometimes they jump off and then I have to figure out how to get them back in. Hello. You guys are just the cutest. Cutest, cutest, cutest. But they're getting so much bigger. They're loving to roost, which is not good for the water, and they're kicking all sorts of stuff in it. Hi. I haven't figured out names or anything yet, except for maybe that one was Star, because when she was younger. This one back here, because she had a little star in her head when she was smaller. And they're so cute.
Whenever you are.
Okay. So anyway, all is well. I'm actually in a little bit of a hurry because I am about to go sign the closing documents on our new house. So wish us luck. I'm so excited. It feels so nice for this finally to be coming to completion, and I'm just so excited. So I think I have one more video that I have to edit that you'll see probably before we do our house reveal. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys so soon. Bye guys.